Hi. So I guess I decided to talk about my experience that I'm going to have, but I'll make a video or two or three depending upon how much I have to talk about each day that I've been here in Korea. So so today I was on an excruciating long plane flight, and then I had an interesting bus ride, and now I'm at the hotel doing this, and I'm gonna go to sleep and blah blah blah. But let's see. Let's start off with I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning in Washington, and it was dark. I think it was, or just getting light, and yeah. So I went out and got a toothbrush and some toothpaste and some deodorant, so I can be presentable when I go out to the work site. And so I came back and then went to the airport at 10 o'clock, and when I get there, I have trouble scanning my passport, and one of the ladies at the kiosk comes over and says, "Oh, you having trouble?" And she scans my passport for me, and she goes, "Oh wait, are you going to Incheon?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "Oh, well, that flight is really overbooked. 13 people are not going to be on that plane." Uh-oh. Well, that's fun. Okay. Then she goes and says that they can switch me over to a direct flight, because I was going through Narita, which would have been an extra, let's see, sit there for 3 hours and then a 2.5 hour flight. So I would have, 6 hours longer to get to Incheon. But so I go up there, and the lady at the counter goes, "Oh, 1 second." And she goes over to another person and goes, should I tell him? Should I tell him? And the other lady goes, "Yeah, tell him." And so she comes back and says, "Yeah, your flight is really, really booked." And I go, "Yeah, I know that. The lady over there told me." She goes, "Oh, okay." And then she tells me that she can place me on the direct flight for Korean Air. And I go, "Okay, well, but I have another person that I'm traveling with, and so we have to go together." So I call him up, and he goes, "Yeah, that'll be better, because we'll get there earlier." And as it was, we were going to get here Korean time at 10 o'clock, and the last bus out is at 10:30. So if any hiccups occurred, we were going to be stranded, basically. But yeah, long story short, we got our seats on the Korean Air, and so that cut down the total trip time from, what was it, like 17 hours down to 12, which is fantastic. And so get on the plane, and this is the part that I'm not really liking, because I don't like flying. There's a reason why people don't have wings. There's a reason why people are on the ground. They're not underwater. They have to build things to make it happen. That's why. Even if you can do it, it's not necessarily a good idea. But yeah. So that I was kind of uneasy for the last few days about flying for that long. It didn't help either when I looked up, accidents and incidents this morning on the different types of airplanes that I'd been slated for. But yeah, nothing happened. Fortunately, I don't have the internet working for whatever reason. It's such a weak signal that it can't do anything, so I can't email anybody or talk to anybody, say, "Hey, I'm here." But I'm pretty sure that'll get sorted out in the future. But yeah, so the Korean airline was pretty nice. The only problem was that it was a 11-hour, 45-minute-ish flight. It was uncomfortably warm the entire time. Uh, you're still cramped. Um, so I got a massive headache. I still have the headache right now. So, and the good thing was, the stewardesses came around like every maybe half an hour with something. They had snacks or drinks or whatever, and I got 2 meals out of it. The first one, I didn't even hear what she said for the item that I got. She just said something. It has beef and this and this. And I said, oh, well, I'll try that. And it turned out to be bibimbap. So they gave me this little card because I was a fish out of water. I was the only guy probably on the plane. Well, not the only guy. One of a handful of people that doesn't speak Korean. But all the attendants spoke Korean to me to begin with, and then when I responded in English, then they switched over to English. But they gave me this thingy that tells me how to make the bibimbap from their. I don't know if you can read that, but a step-by-step guide on how to make a bibimbap dish from their cart. And so that was my first meal, which was maybe 3 o'clock Washington time. And then you hit the 6-hour mark. No, not even that. So at that point, I'm at the 5-hour mark. I'm getting uncomfortable and antsy and stuff. I'm watching movies. Let's see. I watched The Expendables 2. Wanted to watch that. Had Chuck Norris in it. That was pretty funny. Just cameos. Good movie to burn time. It was alright. It wasn't that great, but Jean-Claude Van Damme was in it, and Arnold and Bruce Willis saying all their one-liners and action shots. And let's see, what else did I watch? I watched the Rurouni Kenshin movie. Really liked the anime. The movie was alright. It was kind of a different story than the anime was in the manga. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, after that, I listened to my iPod. I listened to all my Eric Clapton songs I bought, and then after that, I watched a totally terrible movie called Premium Rush. You might have heard of it with what's his name? Third Rock from the Sun kid. I'll remember it tomorrow. I can't think right now. That was a total waste of time. But the only reason I continued watching it all the way through was because it was a waste of time. I needed to waste time. So bored. So very, very bored. Headache halfway through. Can't move. Just needed the time to go by fast. At the 6-hour mark, really wanted to get off the plane. Don't like 11-hour plus flights. It's very unfortunate. And time just drug on.